am super excited for this vlog. It's Monday afternoon, no, it's not Monday afternoon. It's Monday morning, June 3rd. This afternoon, I'm headed about 30 minutes or so up the hill from me into the Sierra foothills for a just Airbnb getaway. Houses are closing and we're gonna have to start going to packing mode and then like remodeling, moving, all of that stuff very soon. And I just need like a little bit of R&R between the stress of the financial paperwork, mechanics, all of that kind of stuff of selling the house and buying a house to actually the move-in process. So it's going to be just a major reading retreat, probably watch some streaming services, shows, maybe a movie or two, but mostly I plan on reading, and I have a chunker that I need to get through by Friday evening for my book club. So I've been exclusively listening to this on audio. I am on chapter 25, so I am nearing halfway through it. How many pages is this? It's a 49-hour audiobook. And it is not the longest book I've ever read, but it is 959 pages. So I think this qualifies for big book summer. Sue Jackson told me that it does. That is also known as a mammoth. So definitely be reading Gone with the Wind. It'll still probably primarily be via audio. Just kind of whenever I'm not sitting down to actual read when I'm doing other things, I'll be reading Gone with the Wind. Probably gonna get that was a weird inhale. I'm probably gonna get my nails done today. I chipped a couple nails and they're driving me crazy. So I'll be listening while I get my nails done. Really not much of conversation happens during that. It takes like an hour because I get dip. And I'll definitely be bringing some other books. I'm not sure what those are gonna be yet. What else am I gonna do today? I'm gonna go to an AA meeting at 10. I'll probably get my nails done after that, and I'll come home and pack, and then I'll be off to Placerville is where I'm going, in case you're familiar. I knew it was somewhere. I just found my copy of Funny Story. I've been missing this for like 3 weeks. No, longer than that. This is my space. Gonna be doing lots of reading right here. Keep some fresh air in here. It's really muggy today. Beautiful space. I need to turn my lights on in here, but let's see. Decent kitchen. I already got my stuff over there. Energy drinks, near beer, cute little kitchen. Hello there. Let's check out the bathroom. Oh, I love this wood. Shower, potty. Nice view through the screen there. Beautiful. You see how cloudy it is outside. It's supposed to be 105, not 105. It's supposed to be in the hundreds the next couple days. And then the bedroom area, so we can get the light. There we go. So I basically picked this place because of this bed and that couch. So I'm looking forward to some reading here. By the way, this is my tripod that I was using. That is the stool that enables you to reach the super high up there microwave. And now it's part of my tripod. I just recorded a super discombobulated version of what I'm gonna actually record right now. I thought, let me take two and see if I can just be a little bit more chill. So first of all, I'm at this place. I've been here for about an hour, and just the quiet, like I can hear a bird outside, just the very low hum of the refrigerator are literally the only sounds. I don't have my parents' TV on in the background. I don't have dogs barking at everybody who goes by. It's just so quiet, and it's just like clean and modern and simple. So it's just very relaxing for me. And then 2 major stressors have just been alleviated. So about an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, we closed on the purchase of the new house. So current house closed on Friday, new house closed today. So that's done. Then the other big thing that's been going on is applying to grad school for my Master's of Divinity. And there's just kind of been a couple hiccups in the application process, mostly regarding letters of recommendation, and I wasn't able to move on until I got these letters. And I have a meeting with my pastor. Oh, I have to text him. I need to text my pastor to get a meeting with him. I talked to him briefly on Sunday, but we need to have an actual meeting. So anyway, we found a way through that where I could submit everything else, and then we're just waiting for those letters, and I paid like the application fee and all of that. So I just talked to my admissions counselor. We're like best friends. Her voice reminds me totally of Ashley from Bookish Realm, and it's like they don't look anything alike, but her voice totally sounds like her, and so it's like very soothing, and she's just a really cool chick. So anyway, so talking to her, I just feel so much more relaxed and like okay about the process. Also, the application deadline date was June 2nd, and they extended it to August 1st. So with the house stuff and then the application stuff, I had just been like fretting, stressed about all of the things. So that's why I scheduled this little getaway for this week, because the administrative part of the house stuff is done. And then kind of before we go into the next phase of actually remodeling and moving and all that kind of stuff, just this nice little kind of calm between the storms. So let's talk about the books that I have in my little reading cottage here. All right, so first of all, brought my Bible. Pretty beat up, well loved. These marks are up here from like hooking a pen up there. ESV, in case you were interested. Then I have my alcoholic books. So that's kind of like my morning, the first thing I do in the morning. Oh, other stress reliever. Big Guy, Gone with the Wind. I'm about 50% through now. I've mostly been listening on audio, and just read like little bits here and there in the physical book, which honestly then I just end up re-listening to in the audiobook, because it's not like significant like chapters that I've been reading physically. But I just found out that my book club is not this Friday, it's next Friday. So I don't have to worry about rushing it. I'm gonna have time. I still need to be on it, but I'm not trying to sprint to the finish. Then, as I showed you, I found Funny Story. That way. I found Funny Story in my car somewhere. I knew it was in there. It just, I don't know. It somehow was in like the Bermuda Triangle of my car for a while. So here that is. Then we have Lonesome Dove. Then we have Can't Spell Treason Without T. And finally, Tin Man by Sarah Winman. So I don't know what I feel like reading right now, but the good news is all of these books are like very disparate. And so I feel like I could kind of move in and out of all four of those, not including Gone with the Wind, and like be totally cool. So I might just kind of do that and do like, I don't know, half-hour rotations or something like that, or a chapter here, chapter there, something like that. I'm going to stop talking and put my money where my mouth is and actually read. So I just read 60 pages in Tin Man, and it's going really well. There's some really beautiful writing in there, and the story, like, so as of right now, we're following Ellis, who is a man. And so we have like the kind of present timeline, like him as an adult. He works the night shift at like a auto body place. He's really good at getting dents out. And then where we are right now, we've gone back in time into his childhood and his friendship with his friend Michael, and they've started to have some strong feelings for each other, and there's some other people involved in the story, but it's just like this really kind of sweet friendship that the two of them have. Yeah, some stuff has happened, not like between them, I'm sure it will, but stuff in Ellis's life in particular has happened, and it's helped bring the boys together. He'd watch the morning lighten against the trees and listen to birdsong to soothe his ears after the clash of industry. He tried not to think too much about things out there in nature, and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. When it didn't, he cycled back, thinking his life was far from how he intended it to be. Okay, I just took a little, like, break after, I don't know, I read for like an hour. I've had a lot to drink, so I actually think I peed twice during that hour. But anyway, I was just on Facebook a second ago, and I like posted pictures of where I'm staying, and someone called it darling, like, oh, that place is so darling or something like that. And I realized I hate that word. No, I don't hate the word darling. I hate the adjective darling. Like, if it's somebody I like or love and they call me darling, like there's no G, you gotta drop that G, darling, I'm okay with that. Call me darling. Just don't tell me my things are darling or something is darling. Like, it just, I don't like it. Okay, I just read for about another hour, and I'm almost exactly halfway through. I'm really adoring this story. Like, just the more I'm in it, the more I'm in love with it. The writing, there's some really beautiful passages, but as I've said before, flowery writing that sometimes flowery writing for me, the message gets lost, and I get lost in the words in a sentence, and it's like, what did I just read? It was beautiful, but I don't know what it meant. It distracts me from the actual story. This is not that. I feel very comfortable in the story and the characters in particular. This is a very character-driven novel, but it is beautifully written. And basically, we have these two boys, Ellis and Michael, and then Ellis marries Annie. So it's kind of the three of them and their relationships, and just it's hard to say. It's hard to talk much about it without giving spoilers, but it's uplifting. It's heartbreaking. It's queer. I don't know what else it's going to be, but I'm just loving all the things. Oh my gosh, this book. Okay, no context at all here, but I rest till I'm calm and my breathing is settled. I lift myself out and sit by the edge of the pool with the towel around my shoulders, and I wonder what the sound of a heart breaking might be. And I think it might be quiet, unperceptibly so, and not dramatic at all, like the sound of an exhausted swallow falling gently to earth. Whew! Man, like, how many pages do I have left? Probably have let's see, 35 or so pages left. I'm definitely finishing this book tonight before I go to bed. It's like 11:30 right now. Oh my gosh. It's so freaking good. I love this. I can't remember the last time I just read a book from start to finish pretty much in one sitting. I did take a break for some Lonesome Dove. I read the first chapter of Lonesome Dove, which I did enjoy far more than the first time I read it. I was just way too distracted trying to read on a camping trip the first time I read it. But Tin Man, oh my gosh, so freaking good. If you have not read this book, read this book. Yeah, just beautiful, beautiful story, beautiful writing, and I hope it's one that's going to really stay with me. Good morning. This is top 2 comfiest beds I've ever been in. My friend's sister has a cabin up in Truckee, which is like near Tahoe, and it's kind of like a log cabin mansion, although it's actually not a log cabin on the outside. Anyway, the inside feels like a log cabin. Amazing. It's purple 3. I haven't checked what mattress this is. That one and this one, freaking incredible, and like great pillows. I brought one of my own pillows, but oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And then just the setup with the like partial wall. I've got my jazz like ambiance cool room situation going on. Cozy jazz, what was the one? Cozy Jazz BGM? Relaxing Jazz BGM is the channel that I like the most. It's mostly about the scenery and less ads. So anyway, I can't believe I read all of Tin Man yesterday. I mean, it's a small book, it's just over 200 pages, but like the actual physical size of the book is small. So, maybe closer to like 150 pages if it was in a standard layout. But now I'm not sure what to read. I am tempted to start Can't Spell Treason Without T. I was enjoying the start of Lonesome Dove, so I'm kind of thinking, because this is such a behemoth, go ahead and start with this. And then when I need a little bit of a break, then I'll switch over to the cozy. I'm just really happy to be here. I'm gonna have like a midday, a significant break in the middle of the day. So at about 11:45, I need to head back down the hill, go pick up my mom. It's about 35 minutes or so. I'm gonna give myself an extra 10 minutes to be sure, but to go grab her, bring her back almost all the way up as far as here, to go to her appointment. Then my friend lives nearby, kind of in between where I am now and where my mom's appointment's going to be. We're going to meet for lunch. I don't know if I'll hang out with her during the entire time or not, but at some point, so we're meeting at 1:15. At 3:15 to 3:30, I have to pick my mom up at her appointment, bring her back down the hill before I come back up here for the rest of the day. So it's going to be a lot of driving, and it'll be roughly between 11:45 until 4:30, probably like the whole middle part of the day, that I'm going to be gone doing all of that. But I have all morning. I've got my coffee. I just watched a Doris video. I've got my jazz and my ambiance, and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to stop talking and get to it. Okay, so we've started Can't Spell Treason Without Tea with a bang. So Raina is one of the queen's guards / assassins. Keonth is a mage, and Keonth is currently away somewhere. They have this moonstone that, I guess they both have one, but Raina is definitely wearing one. And at this party, there's an attempted assassination of the queen, and being one of the guards, Raina is there to, fight him off, and she, activates the moonstone or whatever, so it's kind of like calling Keonth. She survives, she's injured, and that's basically where and then Keonth and Raina are girlfriends, and it sounds like their hope is to go start this bookstore, tea place thing, and she grabs a horse and rides away from the keep. Alrighty, it's I don't know, 5 o'clock or something like that on Tuesday. No, it's later than that, probably closer to 6. And it's been a pretty good day. First, I don't know, I had just a really chill morning, did some reading, read outside, read inside a little bit, didn't do a ton of reading actually. That bed is just so damn comfortable, and I was like, I only got 6 hours of sleep, and it was just calling my name. So before I left to go grab my mom for her appointment, I had a nice little nap, and then dropped my mom off, did my mom thing, and then went over and had lunch with my friend. And it's really hot, but we were sitting outside, and it's really windy today. I was feeling blown around on the freeway, but it was really nice breeze in the shade where we ate. And I'm telling her, I've got all this anxiety, and I've been feeling, I think this is maybe part of the detox process of, not drinking. And then also just all of the chaos that I have in my life going on right now. The house, grad school primarily, not to mention the whole alcohol situation. And literally we're sitting there, and my shoulders are up in my ears, and I've got keep getting this terrible, pressure on my chest, especially when I'm driving. I feel that, and my friend's an acupuncturist, and she's like, okay, we need to do a session. So I had 2.5 hours to kill altogether, and we ate, and she lived just 2-3 miles down the street from where we were eating. She's like, all right, come over, we'll get you out in time to go pick up your mom. So, which just incredible. She's so generous and skilled. Great to have that her in my back pocket. So she gives me a session, and the point of this session is to like calm my nervous system down. And I relaxed so much, like the muscles in my back relaxed so much that as I was taking deep breaths, I was having like audible pops in my back. So it was like I knew that like systemically my body is calming down. I felt so chill afterwards. I felt amazing. There was still like jackasses when I was driving, but I wasn't, nearly like having the reactions that I had been having before. My mom didn't annoy me, and like all was good. I'm just feeling much better about things, and now I'm, back here for the night. I just filmed a tag video, the library tag video, and now it's time to get back to reading. So just kind of going back between Can't Spell Treason Without T and A Lonesome Dove, and yeah, I'm really enjoying both of those. I just realized I don't think I've brought the tattoo up in this vlog. I know I talked about it in the last one. I'll put a picture here of my mock-up of the tattoo for now. Just a lot of meaning behind it, and I'll tell you more like when I actually get it, or when I have like the design from the artist. Like I'll see, but I'll put my mock-up here so you can see at least what I'm talking about. It'll be I'm kind of gonna do like a half sleeve, I think, on my left forearm. Good news and bad news. Bad news is I have really bad cramps, and it's like just uncomfortable, and I'm just basically just been bleh, word vomit. I've just basically been curled up on the couch trying to get comfortable, and reading is not included in that. But just heard back from my tattoo artist again, just like the constantly checking my email. It finally worked, and I asked her like, when can we do this? She had a cancellation for next Thursday, so June 13th is tattoo day. If it wasn't for that cancellation, it wouldn't have been until July. So you can tell how excited I am because I can't even talk. It's 5:30 on Wednesday, and I have hardly done anything today. This bed is just so damn comfortable. I haven't been able to focus to read. I'm hoping that I can read. I'm gonna get a half an hour in just now. Been watching a little bit of BookTube, and took a nap earlier. This bed is just like, it's so like bright and beautiful and just like nice to be in the living room portion. But the couch is nice. It's not the most comfortable. And then compared to this bed, I just want to cocoon myself in this bed. But then when I'm in this bed, I just want to lay around. Or just like take a nap or whatever. So anyway, I did the earlier part of the day. I went to physical therapy, then I ended up going to an AA meeting, and then I had a therapy appointment here. Not here, but on Zoom. But I think I should do some reading today. I've maybe read 20 pages today. And so I'm going to read for the next half hour before I head over to that meeting. All right, I'm probably like really red, and I'm definitely sweaty. It is just before 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I was still in bed. I was awake, but I was still in bed. It was like 15 at 7:20, and my friend texted me, and she's like, hey, do you want to go for a walk on the El Dorado Trail? And I was like, yeah, cool. Like, and I knew it was we're gonna need to do it early because it's so hot. So I just like jumped up, got dressed, got ready, had to pack all my stuff, take out the trashes, all that kind of stuff to leave the Airbnb. And so I got here at about 8:20, and we started, did a 5-mile walk. So it's mostly in the sun. It's like a paved trail. I meant to like take some footage, and I completely forgot because we were just talking the whole time. So it's a 5-mile walk, and I'm like drenched in sweat. Sorry if you can hear the air conditioner. I use a microphone whenever I'm in the car because it reduces the engine noise and the AC noise. If I was just using my phone camera. But anyhow, I don't think I've talked about Gone with the Wind at all. I was just thinking about it because I'm going to be, as I drive home, I'm going to be listening to it again. It's so good. So if you don't know anything about Gone with the Wind, it's basically a Civil War novel. Well, I'm like halfway through, and the Civil War is over at this point, but it's about Scarlett O'Hara, and she's an interesting character. She's not a very likable character, and kind of as we get deeper into the book, she's becoming less likable. There are some times where it's like decisions she's making and everything, you're like, oh, okay, I can kind of see, where she's going with that. But, she's very selfish. very self-centered and very manipulative. And it's kind of like by any means necessary to get what she wants, you know, and whoever she hurts in her wake be damned. And she's not one to conform to like societal norms, and you know, like she ends up being widowed at the very beginning of the book. She ends up being widowed to a guy that she like wasn't even, she was completely in love with somebody else, and she ends up marrying this guy, and he dies very, very shortly after, and so she's a widow, and she didn't really love him, so she's not like actually in mourning. She has to basically pretend she's in mourning, and especially because that's like the standard. Like she's supposed to be wearing black and veils for like years afterwards and all that. And meanwhile, like she needs men in her life, or a man in her life, to kind of like get what she needs. So anyway, so that's where I am with Gone with the Wind. It took me a little bit to get into it, but I'm really into it at this point, and it's going to be a really good book club discussion. So a week from tomorrow is our book club, which works out perfectly because I think I'm going to be able to not rush it. When I thought it was going to be tomorrow night, I was definitely going to have to rush it, and like I wouldn't have made it through. I still have like 20 hours left to go in this book, so I think it's totally going to be reasonable for me to get to it by next Friday. So anyway, I'm going to go home. I need a shower right now, but I will have stopped sweating by the time I get home, and then I need to do more manual labor. So I need to actually start packing. So it'll probably be a big day of audiobook listening. There's my finger. Audiobook listening and YouTube watching while I start packing. Okay, the last bit in this vlog. I forgot to talk about the Rhett Butler character and the dynamic between Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler. It's a very like Darcy Elizabeth Bennet kind of enemies to lovers. I mean, they're not lovers at this point in the book, but I think that's like part of the point of the book is that they get together, and it's a very what's the word? They have a lot of animosity for each other. It's a very like contentious relationship. Like they don't take each other's crap. But the sexual tension is so strong, and she needs him in some ways, and she's just like another man that he's using, but he sees right through it where the other men don't. So that's it for Gone with the Wind. Just still enjoying, I just didn't read very much the last couple days other than listening to Gone with the Wind, so enjoying Can't Spell Treason Without Tea and Lonesome Dove. I'm about to head outside to the park while I wait for my mom's appointment to read some more Lonesome Dove, and hopefully I can actually stay off my phone and get some good reading in. And then we're going to end with here are some clips of me playing with Charlie this morning. I think that's a sheet.
This is the longest pillowcase I've ever seen. Can you help me fold this one?
Let's just leave that one for later. Do the other stuff first, okay?
Okay. I'll just put it on the side here.
Okay.
These are your pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Where do these go?
Those go in the drawer over on this side. The bottom drawer.
Well, I'm not sure it opens.
So somehow I'm lying in bed while Charlie folds and puts away my laundry. I could get used to this.